One Zambia, one nation. Good evening and welcome to this broadcast of the main news at 18 hours here on ZNBC TV2. Let's look at the top stories. President Edgar Lungu and his running mate Inonge Winner have successfully filed in their nominations for the August 11, 2016 presidential election. Caritas Livingston Director Francis Chanda has appealed to all political parties in the country to encourage their members to participate in the referendum. Also making headlines, the Barcelona and Argentina football star Lionel Messi, who is on trial for alleged tax fraud in Spain, has told a court that he had no involvement in the management of his financial affairs. With the news in detail, my name is Pennifer Nyurenda. President Edgar Lungu and his running mate Inonge Winner have successfully filed in their nominations for the August 11, 2016 presidential election. This was after the duo swore the affidavit confirming declarations of documents and assets. Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ chairperson E.R.C declared that the duo's nomination successful at exactly 10:10 hours. Justice Chulu said President Lungu and Mrs. Winner, who is also vice president, have been validly nominated in the August election. He said the declaration follows adequate scrutiny of the documents. And business in Lusaka Central Business District came to a standstill as scores of people flocked to the streets to give solidarity to President Lungu and Mrs. Winner. More in this report.
The presidential nominations have entered the second day for the upcoming general election. As usual, security was tight this morning at the Mulungushi International Conference Center. First to arrive for the nominations were President Edgar Lungu of the Patriotic Front and his running mate Inonge Winner. President Lungu and Mrs. Winner presented their documents to Electoral Commission of Zambia chairperson Iso Chulu, who declared their candidature for the election as valid.
I have determined that you have been validly nominated as presidential candidate for the forthcoming presidential election. I have also determined that Her Honor Mrs. Inonge Winner has been validly nominated as your running mate in the said election.
Later, President Lungu addressed Patriotic Front supporters.
We do remain a pro-poor party, a party determined to use its gathering to take those nations who are also on the table have access to the basic needs of life. I promise when the President was being put to rest that be everybody for sale and can remain so, be everybody for sale. But even so, it wants to come because here from the People's Party founded on principles which are in favor of the poor people. I want to assure you that I'm delighted that I've seen a change in the opposition party. But the articles I saw yesterday, they're talking about God for the first time. But what I saw converts into reality so that our present opposition can restore using violence as a means of intimidating people so that they can do them off from deciding their right to choose.
The president later went into the city center where business came to a standstill as people jostled for positions to get a glimpse of the head of state. Michael Kaumba, ZNBC News at the Mulungushi Conference Center, Lusaka.
Meanwhile, Rainbow Party President Winter Kawimba and his running mate Cosmas Musomali have successfully filed in their nominations at Mulungushi International Conference Center. And speaking after filing in his nominations, Mr. Kawimba told the media that he is confident that he will win the 2016 general election. Mr. Kawimba further stated that voters who want to see change in the country should vote for the Rainbow Party. He also said the party will continue to conduct its campaigns peacefully and orderly.
Thank you. Thank you. So the vote will be okay. For 5 certificate
here to attach a certified copy of my certificate, market free. I've paid all my personal taxes or made arrangements with the local taxes.
Because we do not want to be disorderly. We've got our supporters out there in Vilai. That's where we are going now. That's where we are going to announce the successful nomination. And then, because we know that these are our members, we are not busing anybody from the compounds, anybody that you find on the street. That is not the culture of the Rainbow Party. We believe in the membership of the party. So from here, we are going to meet our members that are gathered in an orderly manner, in a disciplined manner, and we are going to have a plan to win them, with them. And we are going to celebrate with them this successful nomination.
Have you managed to...
Now, Caritas Zambia Livingston Director Francis Chanda has appealed to all political parties in the country to encourage their members to participate in the referendum. Mr. Chanda has told ZNBC News in Livingston that the Bill of Rights, especially the economic, social and civil rights, which have nothing to do with any political party, are meant to raise the standard of living of people in the country. He says the Bill of Rights, once amended, will guarantee improved quality of life for everyone regardless of political affiliation. Mombe Hamowola has more in this report.
Samson Siasanda, and this year on August 12, he will be clocking 104 years. It is after his name that this village called Samson, 5 kilometers in the outskirts of Livingstone, is named. Not only has he not heard about the referendum, he is not interested in it. Neither is he concerned on who ascends to State House come August 11.
I was born in the village and have no idea what a referendum is. But what he neither knows nor understands is that at the core of the very referendum that focuses on the Bill of Rights lies the hope to a better life. He is not the only one who does not have an idea of the referendum in his village. The old and the young are equally blank.
Neither have I heard nor know anything about the referendum.
I don't know what the referendum is, but would love to know.
It is for this reason that Caritas Livingstone wants everyone, including political parties, to encourage the public to participate in the referendum.
We decided, the way as it is, that we are going to vote for the referendum. I think every sensible citizen in this country needs to understand one thing, that the Bill of Rights is about raising the standard of living of each and every individual. It doesn't matter who goes into power.
Caritas Livingstone Director Francis Chanda says the Bill of Rights, once enshrined in the Constitution, will guarantee improved quality of life for all.
All political parties in our country. The message is that yes, we appreciate that the time may be this short for the referendum. But I think if they have the time to campaign, if they have the time to sell their mandate, to sell themselves to the public, they equally have the time to ensure that the electorates are educated.
Mr. Chanda is appealing to all stakeholders such as the government, political parties, civil society organizations, the church and the general populace to participate in the referendum to guarantee a better life for every citizen. Mombeha Mobola, ZNBC News in Livingstone.
President Edgar Lungu has called on all adopted candidates on the PF ticket not to go about boasting that they are the best. Mr. Lungu says those chosen ahead of the August 11 poll will be wrong to project that they have been picked because they are the best. The head of state was speaking on arrival at Simon Mwansakapopo International Airport in Ndola on the Copper Belt. He stressed that adopted candidates will only make good leaders if they listen to people and work as a team. And Mr. Lungu told a jovial crowd that came to receive him at the airport that members who have left the ruling party to join the opposition will come back to rejoin the PF. He has urged PF members to embrace them as prodigal sons when they return. Mr. Lungu, however, said Those who will rejoin the ruling party will not be given any prominence, but will have to start from the grassroots level. The head of state also revealed that the ruling party will launch its Copperbelt campaigns at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium on Saturday. Earlier, PF Copperbelt Province Chairman Stephen Kainga assured President Lungu that the province is geared for August 11 general elections. We take our first break, and still to come in the news, Copperbelt Show Society calls for value addition to copper, and 2 people picked up in connection with the murder of a young man in Kasama. Plus more news, keep watching. Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news. The Immigration Department has arrested a total of 40 foreign nationals for various immigration offences. This happened between Friday, May 27 and Monday, May 30, 2016, countrywide. Department spokesperson Namati Nshinka has confirmed this in a statement available to TV2 News in Lusaka today. Those arrested include 10 Congolese, 20 Malawians, 6 Burundians, and 3 Tanzanians, as well as 1 Belgian. Meanwhile, Mr. Nshinka says the Zambian national has been convicted and committed to the High Court for sentencing on charges of smuggling foreign nationals.
The Magistrate Court in Isoka on Friday, 27th May 2016 convicted Augustine Ntosha, 38, a Zambian driver and mechanic of Zingalume compound in Lusaka, for smuggling 9 Ethiopians, contrary to Section 9(1) of the Anti-Human Trafficking Act number 11 of 2008. He has since been committed to the High Court for sentencing. Augustine Ntosha was on 19th May 2016 also convicted and sentenced, to pay a fine of 45,000 kwacha, or in default 3 years imprisonment with hard labor for aiding and abetting the 9 Ethiopian illegal immigrants.
Meanwhile, police in Kasama, Northern Province, have picked up 2 people in connection with the murder of a 21-year-old youth of Musenga village. Northern Province Police Commissioner Boni Kapeso has confirmed this in an interview with ZNBC News. Mr. Kapeso has named the victim as Vincent Chanda Chilewela, whose body had knife wounds. He said the body of Vincent, who was killed 2 days ago, was only discovered yesterday in the morning. Mr. Kapeso has since urged people with information over the murder to avail it to the police, who have since lodged a manhunt for other suspects.
There are known people or known person or persons after a drinking spree in Musenga compound, and police are already holding 2 suspects to help us with investigations in connection with the same matter. The deceased has been identified as Vincent Chanda Chilewela of Musenga village within Kasama.
Still on security, residents of Lusaka's Ngombe compound have called on government to consider opening the newly constructed police post in the area. The residents have told TV2 News that crime levels in the area have increased owing to lack of police presence. Lufola Nkowani now reports.
Post in Lusaka's Ngombe compound has gone. Residents of this area have for a long time been victims of crime due to lack of police presence. The residents now want the police post to be opened as soon as possible.
Polisi yasira kudala hii manga maona vonse mvosiramu so apartment yembegeza nichakwati at least batichitireko fast kuti polisi iseguliwe musanga bakawala abamene bativuta kuno bachitengati bachepekelako
tufuna at least security nkaleko akawala ala baliko maningi kuno moyo wabantu nkaleko bwino.
The police post has been constructed at a total cost of over 200,000 kwacha. This is money from Mandevu Constituency Development Fund as well as the Lusaka City Council. At the time of my visit, I found the contractor, Maute Constructions, busy doing the final touches. Moses Sinkala is an electrical engineer. He tells me that ZESCO has to connect power to the police post before handing it over to government.
As you can see, most of the works have been completed. What we are doing is the finishing which is just the painting and make sure the place is secured before handing it over to the general public.
Once the police post is operational, crime levels in Ngombe and other surrounding areas are expected to come to a low. Lufola Nkowani, TV2 News in Lusaka.
Now, the contractor engaged in the water supply component of the Lusaka water supply, sanitation and drainage project has moved on site in Lusaka's Mtendere compound. The project is part of the more than $350 million overall project supported by the US-based Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC, but being supervised by the Millennium Challenge account MCA Zambia. MCA Zambia water specialist Luanga Mwape has confirmed that the contractor, Evolution, has moved on site and project's timeframe is 24 months. A check by TV2 News in Mtendere found the contractors mobilized machinery ready for the works. Dafista Lungu has more in this report.
It's currently undergoing reforms aimed at improving people's lives. Construction of the multi-billion kwacha Lusaka water supply and sanitation project has commenced. The project is targeted at benefiting 1.2 million people. Millennium Challenge account Zambia says the project will improve access to clean water as well as improve sanitation. Millennium Challenge account Zambia water specialist Luanga Mwape has confirmed that the contractor has moved on site and all the needed materials have since been procured.
With CP1 and 2, those contract packages relating to rehabilitation works for the main treatment plant in Kafiwe, as well as the main pipeline, 16-kilometer large diameter pipeline that cuts across Lusaka, different areas of Lusaka. The contractor has mobilized. We are in the process of procuring the pumps for the intake and high lift pumps at the Kafiwe plant. We are also in the process of procuring pipes, the large diameter pipes, the 900 diameter pipes and 700 diameter pipes that cut across Lusaka from Lusaka Waterworks to Lumumba and Lusaka Waterworks to Charleston.
Mr. Mwape says the water project will see water pipes laid in Mtendere and the surrounding areas, among them Charleston and Avondale.
For CP3, which is Mtendere compound, we have started the excavation works. We have the contractors fully mobilized. We are also in the process of procuring the pipes. That is, the contractor is in the process of procuring the pipes and laying them. For CP5, which is unique construction that now really affects Ndeki and Kamwena, the Meanwood areas, the contractor has also started excavation works, and we should be seeing pipes being laid within the next few weeks in those areas as well.
The project has since brought hope to many people as it will improve their quality of life. Teofista Lungu, TV2 News in Lusaka.
Incoming Kitwe Show Society Chairman London Mwafulilwa has called for value addition in copper production. Mr. Mwafulilwa said there is need now to start exporting copper as a finished product and not in its raw form. He said this will not only help in creating jobs but also raise revenue for the country. And Mr. Mwafulilwa says there is need for more innovations in solar and coal production. He says this will help supplement the current energy situation in the country. He said this in view of the current copper and energy challenges in the country. He was speaking on ZNBC's Current Affairs program Morning Live from the Kitwe studios. He hopes that the ongoing Copper Belt Agriculture, Mining and Commercial Show will help find answers to some of the diversification challenges the country is facing. We take another break. Still to come is foreign and sports news. Stay with us. And now the rest of the news. On the foreign front, Amnesty International says the Gambia should be suspended from the regional bloc ECOWAS if it does not freeze dozens of political prisoners and end a brutal crackdown on dissent. It said opposition politicians, journalists and activists live in a climate of fear ahead of December's polls. President Yahya Jammeh seized power in a bloodless coup in 1994 and is accused of ruling with an iron fist ever since. He has since won 4 elections marked by allegations of rigging. Amnesty says dozens of peaceful protesters and bystanders were beaten by police and arrested in April and May, and 51 people are now awaiting trial. Solo Sandeng, National Organizing Secretary of the opposition United Democratic Party UDP, died in custody.